Mr. Horowitz, to be followed, Mr. James Horowitz, to be followed by Mr. Noah Horowitz.
Good afternoon. My name's James Horowitz. My son Noah Horowitz is here. He's here to speak on a subject dear to him, and I'm going to let him talk.
Hello, my name is Noah Horowitz. I presently do not attend HISD, but I formerly attended Gary L. Harrod Elementary School. Gary Harrod was an Air Force pilot who, while flying over Houston, had engine failure aboard his plane. If he would have ejected himself to safety, his plane would have crashed into the residential neighborhood below. Instead, he guided his plane through the city and crashed past the neighborhood, sacrificing his life to save many others. Because of this, Gary Harrod is considered a hero, and his school is named after him. Unfortunately, there are several HISD schools that are not named after heroes. In fact, they are named after individuals that stood for something that is very hated in this time, slavery. These schools are named for members of the Confederacy. While I realize that it is up to HISD to name their own schools, I believe that the Houston City Council should consider passing a resolution suggesting to HISD that it rename any school that is named after a member of the Confederacy. 3 high schools are named after members of the Confederacy. The schools are Jefferson Davis, Robert E. Lee, and John Reagan, without mentioning the particular characteristics of each one of these individuals, which in some instances was quite noble. There were members of the Confederate States of America which advocated inhumane treatment of people, including slavery. I think it is insensitive to people of color who have struggled against racism and discrimination their entire life to have their children attend a school that is named after individuals who are associated so deeply with racism and discrimination. Our schools are designed to educate our children in not only math and science, but in how to become good citizens. And what example is it to have the school's namesakes being associated with the inhumane treatment of people? For example, consider how insulting it would be for a Jewish person to be forced to attend Joseph Goebbels Middle School, or a student in Russia having to go to Stalin High School. Both of these situations are impossible because of Russia's de-Stalinization, as well as Germany and Austria's laws against the production and naming of Nazi materials. So why are there such vivid reminders of this same past in America? I believe it is against HISD school policy to fly a Confederate flag on campus. So why are some of the campuses named after people who represent that very same flag? Again, I realize that the final decision belongs to HISD, but I believe that the City of Houston, through its council, should take a stand and make a recommendation to HISD to pass the resolution suggested today. Thank you.
Thank you, and I want to thank you, Noah. The chair recognizes Councilmember Clutterbuck.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Noah, very much for appearing before us. And I know our city secretary will note that this is the second speaker on the list. Mr. Horowitz, thank you very much for appearing. Mayor, I think it's important to note that not only did Noah show up and take time out of his schedule, he completed it in 3 minutes or less. Outstanding job. The adults could learn a lot from you. And Noah appears at various civic club meetings in District C, and it's always a pleasure to see you there. I suspect that soon we will see him around this table or in another body. I won't be surprised at all. Noah is 15 years old and attends the Emory School, but his father, if you don't mind me bragging about Noah, was really proud to hear the information you gave me earlier, that he this summer attended college level courses at SMU, and at age 15 has a perfect 4.0. I plan to tell my 16-year-old about that when we get home tonight. So congratulations, and thank you so much for appearing before us on an issue that you took time to research and articulate for us, and something that you feel passionate about. That's
Thank you, Councilmember.
Very important.
Thank you. And I'd like to recognize Councilmember Jones.
Dad, boy, you're raising a great one. I was really touched by what Noah said. I think it's absolutely profound what you said. I'm absolutely loving that. I'm presuming you consider yourself a citizen of humanity, and that I'm impressed with your 4.0 GPA, I really am, but I'm more impressed with your heart. And I'm very, very, very impressed that you are here before City Council speaking and teaching some people who really need to listen about inhumane treatment of people and the significance of things. So I couldn't have scripted it better. Thank you so much, and I certainly want to exchange information from you because one day you are going to just take over the world. And if there's a mom around, I'm thanking her too, because I know you couldn't have done it all by yourself. Okay, makes perfect sense. I'd like to thank her and grandparents, because it took a village to raise him. I know it did.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Lawrence.
Thank you, Mayor. Noah, thank you very much for coming down here. We don't do resolutions. On the website of HISD, though, list all the school board emails, and I think they would very much appreciate what you read to us and let them know what your feelings are. So, but thank you very much for coming down, and do share that with the school boards, because they're the members, they're the ones who need to hear it. And they're in this process now of choosing another superintendent, and some of the new school board people are going to be coming in. But we've got some great school board members, and I think they will respond to your email, make you happy about some of the things they say. So thank you very much.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Lovell.
Thank you, Mayor. And Noah, thank you for coming and raising our consciousness. And when you do go to the HISD board and present this, and I hope that you do, if you'll let us know. I think there are many of us that would like to be in the audience to watch you. I'd like to add one thing to your list, though. My son's going to start high school at Lamar. They're called the Redskins. I'm going to have difficulty, and I hope he plays on their wonderful baseball team, yelling, "Go Redskins." So I hope that when you add in your talk about the Confederacy, that you would add what people have as their mascots, because to me Redskins is actually offensive. They could be Warriors or something else, but Redskins to me is very offensive. We don't refer to any other mascots that are people by their skin color in any way, so I hope you'll add that to you, and when you do, if you'll let me know, I'll be happy to come and stand with you and ask if they could change the name of their mascot. So thank you so much, and let us know when you're going to be at HISD. We'll be there.
Thank you. I agree.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thanks. That's it. The next speaker.